This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome and thanks so much for joining us here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio's News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, May 19th.
Well, police are investigating an auto versus pedestrian crash in which the suspect vehicle fled the scene. Emergency crews responded to a vehicle versus pedestrian crash this afternoon at the Pahrump Nugget parking lot on Highway 160. The pedestrian was found on the ground, not breathing and bleeding from the head. Nevada Highway Patrol's fatal team was dispatched. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies say that they are handling this case. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue transported that patient by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital with CPR in progress. The suspect vehicle fled the scene traveling northbound through the Burger King parking lot, according to witnesses. The vehicle, described as a dark blue Nissan Rogue with tinted windows and a plate of 350M68, has been identified. The suspect in this case is Jeremy O'Brien of Pahrump. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies did find that vehicle parked on East Street at Performance Auto. Witnesses say that the male driving this vehicle left on foot. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Nevada Highway Patrol have located the suspect's residence at a mobile home park on East Street. Law enforcement units have surrounded that trailer. Currently, they are conducting public announcements urging the suspect to surrender.
Jeremy O'Brien, please exit the residence with your hands up.
And we have learned that the victim of that crash succumbed to his injuries.
In more local news, this election season, Nye County Clerk Sandra Merlino says some voters might be receiving 2 ballots in the mail, but Merlino warns that trying to vote twice could land you in jail. She explains the situation during this recent county commissioners meeting.
I just wanted to let everyone know that the ballots were mailed out May 13th, and I want to be sure everyone is aware that the voter file was pulled on April 29th. So anyone who changed their address or their party after April 29th will get that first ballot, and then they will be sent a second ballot directly from our office. So I encourage anyone who has done this, change their address or party, to destroy the first ballot and then vote the second ballot. Now, if you attempt to vote both ballots, our system won't allow it, but it will be up for investigation and possible prosecution. So be very careful if you've done this and you get 2 ballots. We want to be sure everyone watches out for that. Also, the sample ballots were mailed out. And just to make everyone aware, our mailing house made an error that affected precinct 19, 16, and 27. And some of those precincts got the wrong sample ballot style. Actually, they got both sample ballots. So the mailing house is correcting that. But just so everyone knows, the sample ballots have nothing to do with the ballots. They're 2 totally different companies, vendors, and entities. So if you have any questions, look on your sample ballot, and in the upper left-hand corner are the precincts for that sample ballot. So if for some reason that precinct does not match what you should have, where the precinct you're in, let us know, and we'll make sure you have the correct one. But essentially what it was is some people got 2 sample ballots for different precincts, and it was just an error on the mailing house and nothing else. So, but let us know if you need something. Okay, thank you.
Well, Nye County commissioners have voted to relocate the district courts here in Pahrump and Tonopah, but right now it remains unclear when this will happen or how much it will cost.
On Tuesday's BOCC agenda was an item up for agenda concerning moving the 5th District Court in Pahrump and Tonopah after Nye County Commissioner Bruce Jabor was denied to bring his weapon into the courthouse. The item passed 5-0, moving the Pahrump Court to the 250 building on Highway 160. Currently houses the Planning and Building and Safety Departments. The move will cost taxpayers millions of dollars. It's unclear how much exactly how this will unfold. Commissioner Jabbour spoke about the history of the item during the meeting.
So why are we here? At the December meeting, the 5 commissioners, we unanimously voted that, and it's in your minutes, it's in the minutes of the backup, that the court order that was filed by Honorable Judge Lane, February of 2010, only applied to the courtrooms, the 5th Judicial Courtrooms 1 and 2, and to their admin areas. At Judge Lane's suggestion that there were postings, notices prohibiting from anybody entering the county complexes. And if anybody was in violation of coming through, passing through, that they would be in contempt of court, they would be arrested, they would be prosecuted, they would be sentenced.
He even spoke of what he calls a secret black book that he was not permitted to have his name inside that would allow him to carry a weapon inside the building. Judge Kim Wonker and others have testified that there is no such book during previous meetings. Sheriff Sharon Weirley spoke about the item as well as all commissioners and the public who attended the meeting in person. The district court staff attempted to call in, but somehow their calls did not go through, and commissioners went forward with their decision to move the facilities. District Attorney Chris Arabia asked about the finances and even how they plan to transport inmates from the detention centers to the facilities. The commissioners allowed his questions and did not give a clear answer.
Is there a financial impact analysis on this?
Mr. District Attorney, the reason why we're here today, sir, is if one person was arrested and it went to the appeal to the Nevada State Supreme Court, would cost over $100,000 just for that individual or individuals. That's why we're here today, sir.
I understand that, but the question still stands. I feel like I get I was just asking a question.
Yes.
I think the public has a right to know if any of that stuff has been considered, because this is a very complicated move that's being proposed. It's going to the transport issues and a bunch of other things. I just feel like to make it immediate without any of that stuff, without a plan in place, I guess that's the concern that I have.
The county has ordered a feasibility study on the move of Tonopah Court to the fitness center located at 1118 Globe Mallow Lane, and the 2 courts to 250 South Highway 160.
I motion to relocate the 5th Judicial Court 1 and 2 immediately to 1118 Globe Mallow Lane in Tonopah, formerly known as the Fitness Center, and 250 South Highway 160 Pahrump, once it is vacant and ready to be occupied for the 5th Judicial Court 1 and 2. The prohibited posted signs are to be removed immediately at both county complex areas of Tonopah and Pahrump.
News 25 contacted Judge Kim Wonker Tuesday for comment and has not received a response as of news time. Later in the meeting, the district attorney's office had the BOCC reopen the motion regarding the signs on the courthouse to be removed immediately. They passed that item 5-0 as well.
News 25 will be right back.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. We want to give everybody an update about what's happening down there on East Street in that trailer park. That police have surrounded that trailer down there. We do have Eddie O'Brien down there who is on scene for us, as always, helping us out. They have got a search warrant for that area, and they may be capturing that suspect soon, if in fact he is actually in that trailer.
Definitely. And so if you are in that area, please be careful. If you see police presence, please try to detour.
All
right. And in our other local news, time for some great medical advice. In today's Medical Minute, Dr. Kevin Templer talks about the importance of you getting a thorough medical exam.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Templer with Spring Mountain Medical, your hometown health and wellness provider. Today I'm going to talk about comprehensive family medicine. Spring Mountain Medical provides a synergistic, integrated practice approach that some clinics may or may not provide. That means we take a unique look at your health. Are you feeling sleepy or tired or have no energy? Have you experienced vision changes or often suffer from stomach upset? This could be caused by a number of medical conditions. We all experience different physical changes as we age, so I provide exams that are thorough and comprehensive. You get a real exam the old-fashioned way. Make an appointment with us today to feel your best. I'm Dr. Templer, and this has been a Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
All right, well, if you need access to the functionality of your smartphone on the road, there are ways to do so safely. Today, Josh Osborne from Great Computer Deals here in Prompit explains how you can link your smartphone with your vehicle to enjoy hands-free convenience.
Hi guys, Josh Osborne with Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial, viewer question edition. One viewer asks how to use your smartphone responsibly in the car. Many cars nowadays have a great built-in system for connecting to your iPhone or your Android smartphone. And many of these are specific to one of these two options. But most cars nowadays should have a universal technology called Bluetooth. You've probably already heard of this before. If you haven't already, you need to sync your smartphone with your car's Bluetooth. Then when calls are either received or placed, you'll be able to talk undistracted. If you don't know how to sync your smartphone with your car, check out the user's manual, look for help online, or stop by our store, we can help. Keep in mind, legally you can't ever use your phone while operating a vehicle. I recently got a ticket for changing my music while at the stoplight. Lesson learned. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Well, we're approaching the dog days of summer, and with all that sun, here's another warning for you to wear your sun protection. One skin cancer survivor is sharing her story after a chance encounter with a stranger at an area park that saved her life. Brittany Harris has this remarkable story.
Between caring for her two beautiful little girls and being a special education teacher, Melissa Albin admits she hasn't always made her health a priority.
Mom and teacher came before me.
But that all changed last year after a chance encounter with a stranger at the park.
It was a warm day. I was wearing a tank top and I was watching them over on the playground. And I had my arms up on the stroller and I noticed a woman off to the side who kept looking at me.
Melissa wasn't sure what to think, but the woman finally came over.
She approached me and said, I'm really sorry if this is, odd, but I wanted to let you know I'm a dermatologist and I've been looking at that mole on your arm and it's really alarming to me.
Melissa had been previously warned by her general practitioner to get the mole checked out, but never followed up. However, she didn't hesitate to book an appointment this time around and met with Dr. Philip Bernard at Cleveland Clinic.
I thought it looked very suspicious. And so I did a biopsy of it, and that biopsy turned out to be melanoma.
Melissa was in shock.
I was very surprised because I had chalked it up to, it's just another mole.
Dr. Bernard says she's lucky she came in when she did. Otherwise, her story could have turned out much differently.
The depth of the mole was less than a millimeter. So if she had waited till it got to a millimeter, her survival from that would have been significantly less.
Melissa went on to have the mole surgically removed and is doing well. She says she's forever grateful to that stranger in the park.
I truly believe that it was right place, right time.
And encourages others not to put off skin checks. For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
Melissa says she now goes in for routine skin checks every 3 months. And she's also tried to track down that dermatologist to thank her, but unfortunately hasn't had any luck so far. And stay tuned, we'll be right back with your sports news after the break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
All right, welcome back to News 25. We're going to go to Doug Ferber right now with your sports.
Hello, sports fans. The Las Vegas Aces are on a roll. The Golden Knights are closing in on their new head coach. There is electric in the air of Aviator games. No, really, there is. I'll explain this and more in today's sports report. I'm Doug Ferber. The Las Vegas Aces are off to a 4-1 start. Tuesday, they came back from an early 12-point deficit to beat Phoenix for the second time in this young season, 86-74 at the Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay. Guard Kelsey Plum led all scorers with 20. Jackie Young added 19 for the Aces, who seemed to struggle in the first quarter, but Coach Becky Hammond said they were able to make adjustments.
The biggest thing was we weren't doing what we were supposed to be doing. So I said it's hard to make an adjustment because I don't know if what we were originally trying to do is working or not. I thought they had some good adjustments coming into the game, but I also didn't think we were doing our defensive plan the way we wanted to.
Phoenix is without one of their stars, Brittany Griner, who was detained in Russia earlier this year. The time frame of her return is still yet to be determined. With Griner, their Mercury beat the Aces last season in the semifinals, but went on to lose to Chicago in the finals. The Minnesota Lynx are in town to face the Aces tonight. It will be a tribute to Bill Laimbeer night at Mandalay Bay. The legendary NBA bad boy and WNBA coach and GM will meet with fans at the Libertine Social in Mandalay Bay from 5 to 6. So you can have a beer with Coach Laimbeer, who is partly responsible for building the Aces from an also-ran into a top contender, drafting Asia Wilson in 2018 and Jackie Young in 2019. Tonight's tip-off is set for 7 p.m. The coachless Vegas Golden Knights are said to have narrowed down their search for their next head coach to 3 candidates. But my pick is Toronto assistant Spencer Carberry. That's right, you heard it here first. Carberry is 40, has a long history of winning in the minor leagues, and is considered a rising star. Stay tuned. Let the electric umpiring begin, or so it has begun in minor league baseball's Pacific Coast League. Balls and strikes will still be called by an umpire, but not in the traditional way. The umpire will receive the call in an earpiece 0.8 of a second after the pitcher delivers it, and almost simultaneously will be able to call the pitch as umpires have done for more than 150 years. The new system is called ABS, or Automated Ball Strike. As of Tuesday, the ABS system is in play with the express intent of taking the objectivity away from the umpires calling balls and strikes. The automated system may also shorten games with less arguing from players and managers about called pitches. The experiment will carry through this season and may trickle up to the big leagues sooner rather than later. All other on-field play will utilize umpire calls, things like check swings and hit batsmen. To fans, it will all go unnoticed. As for the Aviators, they haven't quite adjusted to the new system, or so it seems. Last night they lost their second straight to Reno, 12-4. The Aviators are now 1 game back of Salt Lake in the PCL West and tied with Reno. Tonight's game is set for 6:35 p.m. and can be heard locally on 9:20 a.m. Prior to last night's game, Las Vegas shortstop Nick Allen was called up to the A's for the second time this season, and pitcher Zach Logue was optioned back down to the Aviators. The state high school baseball and softball finals are being held this week at the Las Vegas Ballpark. Bishop Gorman High, the College of Southern Nevada, Fernley High, and DeMonte Ranch High hosting the games. And congratulations to the Pahrump Valley boys golf team, who placed second in the state 3A championships Tuesday. The Trojan girls team also placed second last fall. For KPVM TV Sports, I'm Doug Ferber.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It is a beautiful day out there. Blue skies. We'll take a look at our weather after the break.
And no dust devils today.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you on a Thursday with an action-packed weather map. Oh my gosh, Fernley and Fallon, you're up there at 81 and 83 degrees, but you've got lake wind warning, so big gusts coming off the water. Watch out for that. Carson City, perfectly great at 78. Tonopah, 86 degrees. You've got a wind warning, so watch out up there. And Goldfield on down, we're all under a red flag warning for outside burning. Please don't burn outside. It's going to cause a giant conflagration, potentially. I mean, look at these temperatures, 88 degrees in Goldfield. Beatty's got 95, 101 in Amargosa. That's not even the hot spot. That was Vegas today, 103 degrees. So, yeah, watch out for that. 111 degrees out in Death Valley. Sounds like Death Valley here in the paradise of Pahrump, however. 97 is the current going rate. 98 with just a little bit earlier. South-southwesterly winds kicked up this afternoon, about 17 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning and under calm winds. It was nice, 5:34 this morning. Setting this evening at 7:46. Watch out for that. We got a couple little clouds. Going to add some nice color to the sunset as we head for our low tonight of 66 degrees. Those winds will continue to buffet us out of the southeast to 18 miles per hour. But what do we got on tap for the rest of the week and the weekend? Well, Friday looks like we got some wind, 16 mile per hour, but clear skies. Temperatures in the low 80s, up to 88 by Sunday. Get a little bit of cloud cover. A little more additional wind, but then things calm down for the rest of the week. We got lots of sunshine. We got temperatures in the mid-90s all the way up to 100 by Thursday. Looks like some winds return on Thursday, 16 mile per hour winds, 100-degree temperatures. Sounds like a convection oven. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that and let you know what to watch out for. But in the meantime, make your plans for a beautiful weekend. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Our first triple digits coming up.
That's right. Yes, we can handle that. And you have an update now on the breaking news, the AutoPed that we brought you at the top of our newscast.
Yes. We are going to show a booking photo right now. And this person has not been taken into custody, but this is his previous booking photo. Jeremy Darrell O'Brien. This is who police are attempting to locate concerning that homicide investigation. And once again, that victim of the auto versus pedestrian crash that occurred this afternoon in front of the front. Doug Nugget did succumb to his injuries. And if you have any information, you can call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. You can, of course, remain anonymous. Jeremy Darrell O'Brien is said to be 6'4", weighing 190 pounds. He was last seen wearing blue jeans and a blue T-shirt.
All right, be careful out there, everyone.
And that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Unette Gentry.
Good night.
Good night.